Okay guys, so on this one we are gonna talk about indices. It's gonna be short. Okay, so it's a follow-up also on this. Okay, and you can see how the market played out on the volatility index here, the way that we said it was gonna play out. Because remember, once the indices were dropping, I said it's because VIX needed to make this retracement up here before we go for what? For a break. And now I'm happy because we can see we have a break there and a retest. Okay, we managed to break and retest. This was the break, we retested here, and then the retest of the breakout is there. Okay, that's the breakout and a retest. So what we are gonna be looking for now, okay? I know you might be confused of why did the indices fall if the volatility index is also selling. Okay, where we are now, let's go on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, you can see we have broken this uptrending support on it, which means that we also need to break this one if we are gonna see NASDAQ maybe 35,000. And for that, we are gonna be targeting this lows here on the volatility index. It means that the volatility index will go all the way lower there. Then the NASDAQ will hit 35,000, while the US30 is gonna be looking for at least 56 or more. Okay, so this is what we are going to be looking for continuously on the volatility index. We might just make, or we have made a retest on a smaller time frame, so if we don't come here on a weekly, it's still gonna be okay. But this is what I'm gonna be on a lookout for when we are looking at the volatility index. The yields, they don't play much part when we are looking at the volatility index. But for gold, like I said on gold, this is why gold is gonna buy. You see what the yields are doing here. Okay, we are breaking below this zone. You can see the uptrending support is broken, which can also only tell us that the yields are gonna be targeting the inside, okay, or this uptrending trend here, because we also have a compression on them. So this is where they are gonna be targeting. So if the yields are targeting here, gold also has its own compression resistant above. So if the yields are dropping, gold is gonna be going up. We saw the DXY dropping as well. Okay, the yields are dropping, the DXY is dropping, gold is gonna go up. Okay, so good things to be focusing on. You can see we have had this, and then we are waiting for this to happen now, which means that the gold is gonna be buying. Okay, but enough about this. We are focusing on the indices on this, so let's go straight on the NASDAQ. Okay, so this is what I see on the NASDAQ. We traded to this low here, and then we retested here, and then we saw the reversal. So now we do have a market structure shift here, as you can see. The resistance is broken. This resistance is broken. Let's go down to 4 hours. You can see we have this resistant trend which is broken here, and we have a strong zone now here. Okay, we have this the resistance which is has been turned into a support. Okay, that's the RSS that we have there. Okay, resistance turned into a support, which means that now what we are going to be looking for, are we looking for a closing of a gap on NASDAQ, or are we looking for something else? There's a high possibility, okay, even though gold might not close the gap, but on NASDAQ there's a high possibility that we might come and make a bounce here before we continue up. So those are the things that you are gonna have to be on a watch out for when you are trading NASDAQ. And then another scenario that I'm looking at is that we might just breach from here, then go up, break, retest, and then just continue up like that. Okay, that's the other scenario that the NASDAQ has, looking at the fact that if we look at from this low here, going all the way up, okay, going all the way up there, you can see we have a support trend that we are bouncing on. Okay, we have a support trend that we just bounced on, so there's a higher possibility now. Okay, this is a high probability setup that we might just buy. If this current 4 hours gonna close bullish, then I'm gonna remain bullish even on the coming day. Okay, I'm gonna remain bullish. Let's go down to the hourly time frame, see where we are. You see how we are retesting this perfect patches, so that the market is limping tomorrow. Don't get confused. Okay, don't So this is how the zone actually looks. This is the opening, okay, the high of the opening. That's the weekly high. That's the high of the weekly opening. So that's what we are gonna be on a lookout for. Also, when we are looking at the NASDAQ, okay. So the probability on this is that we might come and make a tag here during opening, okay, and then we go, okay, then we're gonna go up, okay. So I'm seeing the same case scenario when we're looking at the US30. That's why I'm saying there's a high possibility that we can hit something like 56,000, okay, because this one also we just broke this high here. Okay, we just broke this high. So since this high is broken on the US30, let's go down to 4 hours. You can see we came and retest there. So the only area I'm on a watch out for is gonna be this one. This is the only area I'm gonna be on a watch out for when I'm looking at the US30 and the continuous move on it. And then the other zone I will watch is the new all-time high, the new resistance. So the highest possible thing can go down to 50% of the move, or we can go and tap there, break, and then continue up on the US30 as well. So we are still pretty much bullish looking at the indices, and then I hope that even on gold we're gonna remain bullish this week. Okay, so this is what we are gonna be looking for, continuously going towards this week or towards the end of this week. Okay, remember it's easy to know if we are gonna be breaking outside or holding inside. So just put that trend there and then watch this trend. If we are breaking below it, just know that we are shifting back to bearish, but as long as we are still trading above it, we are bullish, and then let's remain bullish. Okay, let's remain buying, guys. Let's just focus on the dip. The dips are there, give you more enter long trades. Okay, it's time to buy and hold when we are looking at things like indices now. So I'll see you on another video, guys.